Hi friends, welcome to this video on Rahu. Planet Rahu's conjunction with all other planets in horoscope. First of all, what is Rahu? Rahu is the planet which is considered to be a very important planet, especially in this era in which we live. Okay. In this 21st century, in the Kali Yuga, Rahu is very important. It is the planet of materialism. It is the planet of material desires, ambition. Rahu can give unexpected, unprecedented, unimaginable growth and expansion. Rahu amplifies things. Rahu is the significator of illusion, confusion also. Rahu is also connected to addictions. Rahu is a typical non-conformist. It does not believe in following anything that is given. Okay, it does not believe in following tradition, custom, even law and order. So Rahu is a non-conformist, the ultimate rebel. So it stands for rebellious attitude. Rahu also stands for creativity, even intelligence, because Rahu is the dragon or the serpent's head. The dragon's head or the serpent's head referred to as the north node of the moon. It is a shadow planet, but its presence in the chart is so important. Wherever Rahu is placed in the chart, Rahu will exhibit its strong energy in that particular house, wherever it is placed. Rahu also stands for attachment, even for attraction, for charisma also. Rahu is the planet of mystery also, secrecy. Alright? Rahu is connected to foreign things, whatever is foreign, distant, that is also associated with Rahu. Rahu is connected to occult. Rahu is connected to even research, investigation. Alright? Rahu is connected to sudden happenings also, sudden events. Okay, so all these things are signified by Rahu. It can also show our hidden fears and obsessions. Basically, Rahu is the planet which stands for our material desires, the desires that drive us in this life. So wherever your Rahu is placed in the chart, so you will have a lot of desires pertaining to that house, to that placement of Rahu in your birth chart. Alright. So friends, now let's move on to the discussion. Rahu is believed to be powerful in Taurus. Okay, wherein it can show a lot of creativity. Okay, growth in finances also. Rahu is also connected to Gemini, and Rahu becomes powerful in Gemini because Rahu is connected to intelligence, to skills. Okay, and Rahu, becomes powerful in these signs. Alright, even in Virgo, Rahu is believed to be powerful because Virgo is also, just like Gemini, Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So there also Rahu feels comfortable in these signs of Mercury, Gemini and Virgo. Alright, in Rahu in Virgo can give you the ability to defeat your enemies, to solve difficult problems. It can give you great analytical skills and so on. Alright, so now let's move on to the discussion. Rahu in conjunction with different planets. Now, what about the degrees? If Rahu's conjunction with that planet is within 7 degrees, it will be very strong. Even if it is within 10 degrees also, the conjunction is powerful. If the difference is more than 10 degrees, what will happen? Then also you will experience the effect of the conjunction. Even if it is the difference is more than 10, even then you will experience the impact of Rahu. And the impact will be felt more when Rahu is ahead of that planet with which it is in conjunction. Because if Rahu is ahead, then Rahu is always retrograde. It's naturally retrograde. So it will move backwards towards that planet. So if Rahu is ahead of the planet, then the conjunction intensity will be greater. But even otherwise also you will feel the impact of the conjunction. Let's move on to the discussion. And as far as conjunctions, Rahu is in conjunction with the same planet in the same sign and house. That is a conjunction in Vedic astrology. In Bhrigunandi Nadi Jyotish, we also consider it to be a conjunction when Rahu and another planet, if they are in trine to each other. That is, if they have a 5-9 aspect, that is also considered to be conjunction. Then Rahu is retrograde. So Rahu, if there is any planet just 12th to Rahu, then Rahu will cast its 12th aspect on that planet. So then that is also a conjunction, a 2-12 aspect, where in Bhrigunandi Nadi Jyotish, where Rahu is casting 12th aspect. Then it will be very powerful. Yeah. Or if that particular planet with which Rahu is in conjunction, if that planet is retrograde, then that planet also can be ahead of Rahu. Because that planet is retrograde, so it will also cast 12th aspect. Even if it is ahead of Rahu also, it can cast 12th aspect on Rahu. So like that you have to see. Okay, but the most powerful conjunctions are the trinal conjunction, 5-9 aspect, or if Rahu and another planet, they are in the same house and same sign. Let's move to the discussion. Rahu Sun conjunction. What results you will get? Sun is your father, people who are senior to you, people who are in position of authority. Alright, so there can be differences of opinion with the father. Such a native can have problems with authority. It's possible. Alright, they may get into conflict with people in authority. Even they may get into conflict with father initially in life. After the age of 42, or from the age of 42 onwards, Rahu stops troubling you much. It's because, after the age of 42 onwards, there is some level of maturity. So Rahu does not trouble that much. Then eventually, if in your D9 also somehow Sun Rahu conjunction is not there in your D9, then eventually, if you have it in your D1, then eventually your relationship with your father can improve. Alright, so it will improve. So if this conjunction is in your D9, it will show that is your inherent nature, because D9 is a chart which is very close to your inherent nature, your true nature. And D1 is how people know you, yourself that is projected to the world. So look at, for conjunctions of Rahu, with planets. Here we are talking about Rahu Sun conjunction. Find out if you have it in D1 and also look at D9. Now your Sun is your soul, actually, your soul, and also your personality or the journey of your soul. That can also be represented by Sun. So somehow your personality can be unique when you have Sun Rahu or Rahu Sun conjunction. Your personality will be unique. You will be somebody who is not like who can't be defined so easily. You may not fit into a group, okay? You may always stand apart or aloof from the group because you are so unique, Sun Rahu or Rahu Sun people. Alright? Then father may be into some addiction. It's possible. It could be any kind of addiction. For the fulfillment of desires, he may get into addiction. Now, father may be a very secretive person. That is also possible. Even the native can be secretive because Sun is your personality. Alright? So the native may be secretive by nature. It's possible when you have Sun Rahu conjunction. Alright? So yes friends, then Sun is also the significator of your profession. So if you move towards any profession which is connected to Rahu, you can become successful. Alright? So it could be the occult, it could be research, investigation, technology. So it could be even stocks and shares also. So, but for that stocks and shares, you should look at your 5th lord in the chart, whether it is well placed or not. Now, Sun is also your creativity. Sun is your creativity because it is the lord of the 5th house in the natural zodiac. So such people with Rahu Sun conjunction, their creativity can get heightened. Sun is also knowledge. Their knowledge also can, if they're moving towards knowledge, creativity and ethical path of life, then Rahu can magnify all the good qualities of Sun also. You can be very creative, very knowledgeable, very ethical by nature. But if Sun gets the upper hand in the conjunction and you are moving towards the energy of Sun, and then Rahu will magnify Sun's energy and there will be growth in your life like anything. Eventually, especially after the age of 35 onwards, you will see you will grow like anything. And almost when you reach 40, from there on 40, 42, there will be a turning point also. And Rahu will kind of, heighten everything that Sun signifies. If you are moving towards knowledge, your creativity, and if you are definitely chasing your professional goals and you're serious about your profession, you will do very well also. Otherwise, what will happen? If in this conjunction, Rahu Sun conjunction, Sun is getting afflicted, Sun is not well placed, for example, say, if Sun becomes very weak, then such people, they can be very egoistic, they can be very deceitful, they can cheat on others. It's possible when you have Rahu Sun conjunction. They may get into addiction and so on. So yeah, so they may cheat on people and then they may believe in escapism also. So now let's move on to Moon, that is Rahu Moon conjunction. What will happen? When you have Rahu Moon conjunction, find out how Moon is placed in the chart. If moon is well placed, you will get good results. And if Rahu's dispositor is also well placed, you will get good results. So you can, your assets can get multiplied. Yes. Then you may also, Rahu can show sudden gains. Then you may gain from real estate. It's possible. Now, Moon Rahu conjunction. Your mother also may be very not deceptive, very secretive by nature. Deceptive if Moon is getting afflicted in the chart. Now, Rahu Moon conjunction, Moon is your creativity also. So it can heighten your creative abilities. You can be a very creative person. It can heighten your intuition, Rahu Moon. Rahu Moon people, they can also get into occult. They can be occultist, or they can be a healer. They can have great intuition. Yes, intuition. Now, Rahu Moon people, your emotions, no? You may have a tendency to express your emotions in a very loud way. It's possible. Okay? Because Rahu tends to magnify everything, you remember? It will increase everything. Yes? So, now your emotions also. Your emotions will get heightened. And you will, try to express your emotions in a very loud way, or you can also exaggerate your emotions. It's possible. All right? So, yes. So next, what else we can say about Rahu Moon? Rahu Moon conjunction, such people, they can also suffer from mental disorders. If Moon is not well placed in the chart, then they can suffer from mental disorders like schizophrenia. Then they may also, it's possible that they may suffer from bipolar disorder. That is also possible. Okay. Now, such people, they may also have hallucinations. They may remain in their own world of illusion and hallucinations. That is also possible. So when you have Rahu Moon, and if Moon is getting afflicted and Moon's dispositor is not well placed, then it can happen. Their imagination, everything will get heightened, no? So they may imagine things which are baseless, and that can lead to having hallucinations and certain visions which are baseless also. So that is again a mental disorder. So that is also possible. Even such people can go into depression. It's possible. Now, Rahu Moon conjunction, you may at times feel restless within the four walls of your home. You may not find peace of mind within the four walls of your home. Okay? It's possible. Some hidden fears, okay, pertaining to property. Okay? Some lack of peace within the house. It's possible. So it's very important for Rahu Moon people to do meditation. Breathing exercise and meditation, very important. But it's very good for studying psychology. If you move towards studying psychology, you can do very well. Especially if this conjunction has some connection with Saturn or Mercury, which Mercury is your education, or if it has connection with your 10th Lord, then you can be a great psychologist. Rahu Moon conjunction, there is a possibility that you may be away from your homeland. It's possible. You may have to live away from your homeland or your birthplace. You may find a home in a foreign land. It's possible. Now, so Rahu Moon conjunction. Moon is food, okay, so that is with Rahu. Now you may this conjunction, no, so Moon Rahu, na, especially if this conjunction has some connection with the second lord or Venus, then you may love food which is which belongs to a foreign culture. Like say if you're an Indian, you may love Chinese food, okay, or continental food. So that kind of food you may get attracted to. It's possible. Rahu Moon conjunction, sometimes you may enter into conflicts with people in your family. You may get distanced from your family. So even from your mother also you may get distanced. Either you will be very much attached to your mother if Rahu and Moon, their dispositor is well placed, or there could be conflicts with the mother. It's possible. So all these things we can say about Rahu Moon conjunction. Yeah. So now let's move on to, and your mind may be at times restless, and you may have certain hidden fears. You may have certain obsessions also. It's possible. Okay. So now, you know, your obsessions also can get heightened because your moon is with Rahu. Rahu shows your hidden desires, obsessions. Now moon is there, so your mind is now totally occupied with those obsessive things. That is also possible. Alright, now let's move on to the next conjunction. That is, but if you go towards, if your mind is into research, investigation, then you can do very well. Means moon is your mental powers, your mind. So if you are channelizing your mental energies in a proper way, if you are somehow connected to moon is basically creativity, intuition, okay, so Rahu will heighten that. But even I have seen Moon Rahu people, they can do well even in the field of technology. They can be very good at that because moon is connected to all the various faculties of the mind, where all the mental powers and faculties are seen from the moon. So then if moon is with Rahu, it can also bless you with great technology skills, or that's also possible. But yeah, nevertheless you'll be blessed with creative skills and intuition. So now let's move on to the next conjunction, that is Rahu Mars conjunction. Okay, so Mars is a leader or warrior, and now it is with Rahu. So a leader who is very rebellious in attitude, Rahu Mars. A leader who wants to protest against the establishment, protest against some tradition. So they want to protest. So they are very rebellious. So Mars Rahu conjunction can show that. Courage. It can heighten your courage, your boldness. It can heighten also your willpower. It can heighten. Your aggression can get heightened. Even anger can get heightened. So Rahu Mars people, they have anger issues. They need to manage their anger. Very important. So they need to do meditation. Now Mars is also connected to the 8th house of the natural zodiac. So and Rahu is also mystery, secrecy. So such people can do very well in the field of occult. Mars Rahu conjunction, they can excel in the field of occult. And Mars is also definitely, it gets exalted in the 10th house of the natural zodiac. So it is connected to the 10th house as well. So if your profession is connected to occult, you will get very good results. Mars Rahu. You're making efforts in gaining occult knowledge. That's very good. Or you're making efforts in anything which is connected to research, investigation, technology, then also you will get very good results when you have Mars Rahu. Alright, so all these things we can say. Now Mars Rahu, Mars is also your younger brother, so your younger brother may be very innovative and unconventional, or could be distanced from you, may live elsewhere. It's possible. Mars is also significator of husband in a female's chart in Bhrigunandinari Jyotish. So your husband may be somebody who's very unconventional, somebody who is very, very unique, unconventional, a non-conformist, somebody who has a rebellious attitude, or your husband may be from some foreign culture. That's also possible. Now, Rahu-Mars conjunction. So definitely we can say that Mars is also your desire and Rahu is also your material desire. So such people can be very ambitious, Mars Rahu people. Means highly ambitious in nature. They have a lot of desires which they want to fulfill in this life. Now, so all these things, friends, we can say about Mars Rahu conjunction. Okay, so definitely Mars is also the lord of the first house in the natural zodiac, so it is connected to your physical body. So physical body with Rahu, so there could be ups and downs in your health also. So yeah, you may need to take some medicines to recover health. So ups and downs in health, that also is possible. Okay, that is why you should do meditation and breathing exercise, very important. So, and you need to control your anger, that's important. If your profession is connected to Rahu, you will do very well. If it is connected to occult, if it is connected to research, investigation, technology, then you are going to get very good results if you have Mars Rahu conjunction, because Mars is connected to the 10th house of profession, definitely. Okay, so Rahu is connected to professions which are connected with secrecy, confidentiality. So Rahu is connected to politics. Rahu is also connected to the showbiz industry, television, cinema, web series, so on. Rahu is connected to foreign lands. Okay, so you may make efforts to go to some foreign land. You may get attracted to foreign lands. It's possible. Alright. So Rahu Mars conjunction. Alright. So don't quarrel with strangers. Be careful. Don't get into conflicts with strangers. That's not good for you. God forbid, if you do that, you may get into trouble. So don't avoid conflicts with strangers. Alright. So all these things we can say about Mars Rahu or Rahu Mars conjunction. Alright. So definitely Rahu is connected to your skills, to technology, any kind of technology, and Mars is connected to technology as well. So you can definitely be connected to any field of technology, even information technology, and yeah, so Rahu is also connected to the skills that you possess, not just the ambition but the skills. So you will be very and Rahu is also connected to manipulation. Okay, so you may set certain targets for yourself in a very skillful way. so that you turn out to be the gainer. So you can manipulate people in such a way so that you finally gain. So that is also a quality which Rahu Mars people can have. So Mars is definitely your desire and ambition. So you will chase your desires and ambition just in order to fulfill your own motives. So in order to fulfill your, in order to kind of attain success in your ambition also, you can manipulate others. That also you can do. Because Mars is desire, ambition, efforts, willpower, determination. So yeah, one thing is Rahu can heighten all of that. It's true. If Rahu's dispositor is well placed, it will heighten your willpower and ambition, everything. But if the dispositor of Rahu and Mars not well placed, then the person can manipulate others in order to fulfill their ambition in life. Okay? Now we will move on to Mercury Rahu conjunction, or Rahu Mercury. Just give me a moment. Feeling a little, just have to drink some water. Okay, so Mercury Rahu conjunction. Mercury Rahu, what we can say? Okay, we can say that such people, again Mercury is connected to the third house of communication. So such people will have great power of communication. If Mercury is strongly placed in the chart, they can attract people with the help of their communication abilities. They will talk in a very attractive way. It's possible if you have Mercury or Rahu Mercury conjunction. They can manipulate others with their speech. It's possible. Now, such people, their intelligence, their intellectual depth can get heightened like anything. Alright? Then they can also have great analytical power. So they can be very good at research, investigation of some truth. So they could be connected to any field, to journalism. They could be any sort of communicator. They could be a writer of maybe any sort of crime series, even fictional crime series. Fictional series, because Rahu is illusion, connected to illusion. So you could be a great fictional writer also. Or you could be even in the field of journalism, and you could be connected to investigation of truth. You could be a very successful lawyer, and you could be connected with legal investigation. Then you can also be connected to the medical profession, healthcare industry. Now, and in any field which is connected with investigation. So even if you're in the healthcare field, you will now be interested in investigation. So that's what. Now Mercury Rahu people, they can also be very skillful, because Rahu is also powerful in Gemini, in Virgo, and Mercury is again with Rahu. So it can show that such a person can be very skillful. They can have very skillful hands also. It's possible. So they can be a magician. It's possible. Okay, they can be a magician. They can be into occult fields, into the field of occult knowledge. They can be a very successful politician. They can get into politics. So they can also do well in the showbiz industry, because Mercury is also significator of your 10th house in the natural zodiac. And anyway, it is the significator of the 10th house. Yeah. So your skills may enable you to do well in the showbiz industry. That is also possible. So yeah, all these things we can say. And your siblings, no? Mercury, Rahu, your siblings may be away from you. You may be very attached to your siblings, but they might be away from you. That is also possible. Younger siblings. At times there could be conflicts with your siblings. It's possible. But again, if it is well placed, the dispositors are well placed, you will be very much attached to your siblings. So Mercury is your education. If for your education you travel to a foreign land, it's going to be very good. Or some place which is away from your birthplace, then it's going to be very good for your education. If you acquire education in any field connected with Rahu, like maybe in the field of psychology or in the field of occult, in any field of research, investigation, if you acquire education in such fields, if your education is connected with research and investigation, then also you will get very good results when you have Mercury Rahu conjunction. So yes friends, now let's move on to Mercury is also it is your education. It is also connected to in Mercury is referred to as the Bhu Devi. Okay, just as Mars signifies land is signified by Mars, especially agricultural land. But the land which is used for business purpose or where you have schools and all, that land is also signified by Mercury. So you may own, some land. It's possible for business purpose in a foreign place. Or a Mercury Rahu, you can be highly business minded. You can be very good at calculation, very good at calculations, data analysis and so on. So you can be a very great occultist. Alright, so all these things we can say about Rahu Mercury conjunction. So now let's move on to the next conjunction, which is Rahu Venus conjunction. Now Venus is your relationship. So if you get in a relationship with somebody who belongs to a foreign culture, then your relationship can be successful. Okay, at least it will minimize the challenges in the relationship. So yeah, the conflicts can get minimized if the person is from a foreign culture. Now, or from different geographical region, different language or religion, anything. Okay, now Rahu Venus conjunction, it can heighten your desire for relationship, your desire for sexual intimacy also. It can heighten when you have Rahu Venus conjunction. Now your wealth also can suddenly increase. It's possible during the dasha or transit. So suddenly you may gain wealth. It's possible. Okay, because Rahu is the karaka of expansion, even sudden growth. Now Rahu Venus conjunction, you can gain wealth from foreign sources, from foreign lands, from occult. You can gain wealth from anything which is connected to investigation of whatever is hidden. You can gain wealth from there also. Okay, so technology, research, investigation, all these things are good for you in order to gain wealth. So if you move to a foreign land, also maybe you can earn greater wealth there. It's possible. So if Rahu and Venus, their dispositors are not well placed, then you may also have obstacles. You may encounter obstacles in gaining wealth, and you may encounter problems in your marital life, or problems with your partner you may encounter. That is also possible. Now, Rahu Venus conjunction. Okay, so Venus is also connected to the second house, and food also, whatever gives you comfort, luxury. Okay, so definitely you may love food which is from a different country or foreign culture. Like if you're an Indian, you may love Chinese food, for example, or Thai food. Okay, so that is also possible. So if you go to a foreign place, you may become more prosperous and you may gain wealth in life. That is also possible. So yeah, and suddenly you may gain wealth in life. There is a possibility. It will depend upon the degrees, the difference in degrees in the conjunction also. Now, your beauty can get heightened. It is possible. Venus Rahu conjunction, your beauty can get heightened a lot. Okay, you may gain wealth from Rahu can show technology, even internet technology. You can gain wealth because of internet technology, social media technology. So that all that can enable you to gain wealth. So all these things we can say, friends, when we have this conjunction Venus Rahu. You may be very much attached to your partner. It's possible. If Rahu and Venus, the dispositors are well placed, you may be very much attached to your partner. It's possible. And your desire to be with your partner can get heightened like anything. So yes, friends, all these things we can say about Rahu Venus conjunction. All right, now let's move on to Rahu Saturn conjunction. When you have Rahu Saturn conjunction, Saturn is your profession. Your profession may be connected to showbiz world, to television, cinema, web series. Your profession may be connected to like technology, social media technology of virtual reality. The profession may be connected to that. Now, if Saturn Rahu, you can be a magician, you can be a politician, it's possible. But otherwise what happens, or your profession may be connected to foreign export-import business, that's also possible. Now, Rahu Saturn conjunction. So, what else? Your actions and your deeds, your actions and your intentions or words may not go hand in hand. So Saturn is your karma, your actions, and Rahu is unpredictability, sudden happenings, unconventional things. So such people can act in a very unconventional, unpredictable way. It's possible when you have Rahu Saturn conjunction. So this energy has to be channelized well. Otherwise, such people, they may deceive others with their actions. They have the power to deceive others. Okay? So their words or commitments and their actions, they may not go hand in hand. It's possible. But yes, if your profession is connected to research, technology, investigation, then you will get good results. So Rahu Saturn conjunction. Saturn is your profession, the lord of the 10th house and also the 11th house. Saturn is also connected to the 6th house, significator of the 6th house. So, which is also the house of social service. So if you, suppose if the person has Saturn Rahu conjunction, if the person is connected to social welfare organizations and is trying to fight against social injustice, then it will give them very good results. Saturn Rahu conjunction. Okay. Now Saturn is also your paternal uncle and even elder brother in Bhrigunandinadi Jyotish. So your elder brother or paternal uncle may live in a foreign land. It's possible. Okay. Or you may be attached to them, either very attached or there could be conflicts with them. That is also possible. Depends upon how the dispositor are placed in the chart. So yeah, Saturn is profession. Rahu is connected to anything which is hidden, secretive, mysterious. So you can do very well in occult. I told you in the beginning only. If you go towards the field of occult knowledge also, you can do well. Saturn Rahu people, you can definitely, your profession may be connected to occult, like for example tarot card reading. That's very good. Then, or your profession may be connected to your to any kind of technology. Saturn Rahu. So technology, investigation, research also. So yes friends, all these things we can say about Saturn Rahu conjunction. Alright. If you work in a foreign land, you will get very good results. If for your profession you move to a foreign land, you will get wonderful results. Or if you are working for a foreign based MNC, then also you will get very good results. Foreign based company. Alright. Now Rahu is also connected to export import. Rahu is connected to anything which is hidden, mysterious, secretive. So if your profession is connected to any of that, then it will give you very good results. Yeah. So all these things we can say about Saturn Rahu conjunction. Now let's move on to Jupiter Rahu conjunction. Alright. Jupiter is the significator of your ethicality, moral principles. Now if Rahu is with Jupiter, that also in close conjunction, then Rahu can cast a shadow on the light of Jupiter, and so the Jupiter may feel as if it is getting a little eclipsed by that shadow. So that happens when you have Jupiter Rahu or Rahu Jupiter. So if Rahu is more powerful in the conjunction, Rahu can overpower Jupiter. But if Jupiter is more powerful, then Rahu will expand the qualities of Jupiter. So if the dispositor is well placed, then definitely such a person can be very eager to gain knowledge, very eager, always thirsty for knowledge. The person can do very well in research, investigation. Now, Jupiter Rahu. Jupiter is also the significator of the native. So the native in Bhrigunandinari Jyotish. If the native is in a foreign land, then also you will get good results. Jupiter Rahu conjunction. Now, Jupiter Rahu. Such people, they may compromise on their, if the dispositors are not well placed, they may compromise on their moral principles for their own benefits, for their ulterior motives. They may compromise on their moral principles. And Jupiter is knowledge. Rahu is logicality also, because Rahu is connected very much to the third house of logic, reasoning, because there Rahu naturally feels very comfortable. So such people, they can have a twisted logic behind their philosophy of life. And Rahu is charisma, attraction, so they can attract you by using their twisted logic. It's possible. Means behind their philosophy of life, there will be some twisted logic. So their reasoning ability is also very, very definitely it has to be very it's your reasoning, the way they reason will be somewhat strange. It's possible when you have Jupiter Rahu. Now they may have a very different or very original take on even their religious scriptures, okay, and they can manipulate others into believing their take on their religious philosophy. So what is so they can impose their strange beliefs also on others. So there have been many philosophers who have been very controversial. Many religious philosophers also who have been highly controversial. Such people have Jupiter Rahu conjunction in their birth chart. Okay. Now Jupiter Rahu people, but otherwise if they channelize their intelligence well, they can do very well. They can excel in their field of work. So Jupiter Rahu, if they really use their intelligence, if they really use their knowledge to do some research, investigation, then Rahu will heighten all the positive qualities of Jupiter. Your knowledge, your understanding of things, everything will get heightened. Jupiter Rahu people can be very ambitious, very goal oriented also. But they can also set long-term goals also for themselves. But definitely their goal-oriented nature can get heightened because Rahu is there. If Rahu and Jupiter, the dispositors, are well placed, then such people can be very responsible, highly responsible. Okay? They can be attached to their guru. It's possible. Or they can also have conflicts with the guru. Depends on how the dispositors are placed. Okay? So yeah, so Jupiter Rahu, it can give you positive results if you move towards research, investigation. If you definitely, you will get good results. If you move towards technology, then you will become prosperous in life. You can get fortunate in life. All right. So yeah, all these things we can say about you can gain a lot in life from technology, from Rahu. All right. So all these things we can say about Jupiter Rahu conjunction. All right. Higher knowledge. Your higher knowledge may be connected to any field of study which is mysterious, occult, possible, or for gaining higher knowledge you may be into research, investigation. Your higher knowledge may be connected to any field of technology. For your higher education, university level education or higher education, you may move to a foreign place. It's possible. All right. Now, all these things we can say about Jupiter Rahu conjunction. Yeah. You can also gain higher knowledge in the field of psychology, okay, or occult or technology, etc. Even chartered accountancy is good for you. Okay. So now we are done with all the planets here, and now only we are not going to talk about Ketu, because Rahu and Ketu, they are always 180 degrees apart from each other. They are always in the opposite axis. They are always seventh to each other. So we are not going to talk about Ketu and Rahu, because they are actually the same entity. So Rahu is the dragon's head or the serpent's head. Ketu is the serpent's tail or dragon's tail. So the same monster was in mythology, it's there, was beheaded by Lord Vishnu. So the upper portion, the head till the neck, half portion of the neck almost, that was Rahu, and the rest of the body is Ketu. So they are one and the same entity, just two sides of the same coin, as it were. So wherever Rahu will be, Ketu will always be seventh to it. So then finally I think we can safely move to the outer planets. Rahu-Uranus conjunction. Rahu-Uranus conjunction, again, Uranus is also a planet of unpredictability, sudden changes, sudden developments, and Uranus is definitely connected to the sign of Aquarius. So such people can be very unconventional. They may be very individualistic. They may believe in their individuality a lot. They may believe in their freedom a lot. When you have Uranus Rahu conjunction, they can be very good social activists. They have great rebellious attitude. They can work for humanitarian and social causes. All right. Now, okay. So all these things we can say about Uranus Rahu. Uranus exalts in Scorpio. So such people can also do very well in the field of occult knowledge. They can be great healers also. Yeah. Because Rahu will heighten now all these qualities of Uranus. So you can be a great healer, occultist also. Or you could be a very good investigator and researcher. Actually, this is a wonderful placement for being into any field of research and investigation. Uranus Rahu. and in due course of time you can definitely be very successful if you are chasing your ambition, your desires. Means your desires and ambition will get heightened like anything when you have Uranus Rahu. So if you're chasing your ambition, your desire, such people, they can be extremely logical, highly practical also. They will be very analytical. They will never accept anything which is given, or they will never take anything for granted. They will never believe in any tradition which is handed down. They will question everything. Such people can be extremely logical, highly intellectual. So they can have great intellectual power, analytical power. So great researchers, investigators. Yeah. So they can come up with great breakthroughs or inventions in the field of science, technology, any field. They can come up with their original thoughts, creative ideas. Such people are very creative also, they have original thoughts, original ideas, and they can excel in the field of research, technology, investigation. Now even occult and healing. Now let's move on to, and such people can be very good psychologists. Now let's move on to Neptune Uranus. Again, Neptune is connected to the sign of Pisces. So such people can be very intuitive, very creative. Actually, they can have any kind of creative skills which will now be heightened by Rahu. They may initially be a little confused in life. It's possible. They may be gripped by confusion. They may at times love to be an escapist also. Neptune Rahu or Rahu Neptune. So they may also tend to be an escapist. They may escape into their world of idealism. It's possible when you have Neptune Rahu conjunction. Okay, so they may live in their world of in their make-believe world of virtual reality, or their world of idealism. It's possible. Now when you have Neptune Rahu conjunction, what else? Neptune also, because it's connected to Pisces, such people can do very well in the field of occult knowledge. They can be great healers, they can be a great psychologist, and so on. They can also do well in any sort of research, investigation, and technology also. Okay, because Pisces is connected to even the 12th house. Pisces is connected to the 12th house, and 12th house is in trine to the 8th house. So 12th house is also the house of going deep into things and doing investigation, research. Even Pisces is also connected to meditation, spiritual practices, religious practices also. So if you're into religious practices, occult practices, meditation, then you will get wonderful results when you have Neptune Rahu conjunction. So yeah, Neptune exalts in Aquarius. So if the dispositors are well placed, then definitely such people eventually they can move towards humanitarian causes, because Neptune Rahu, your mercy, forgiveness, your charitable qualities, your desire to do some charity, So all these qualities will get heightened now. So such people can work for humanitarian causes, social causes. That's also possible. For the upliftment of backward classes, or they may, Neptune, Rahu, such people, they may try to make sure that that justice is done to the weaker sections of society and so on. So they can also move towards humanitarian causes, and that's also possible eventually in life, later on in life. Now finally let's come to Pluto Rahu, or Rahu Pluto conjunction. So when you have Rahu Pluto conjunction, then definitely ups and downs, transformation in your life, everything now can get heightened like anything. So that means Pluto is a planet of transformation. Pluto is connected to the sign of Scorpio. So that is with Rahu. So definitely Pluto is, because it's connected to Scorpio, it is also connected to research, investigation, technology, occult. Okay? So when Pluto is definitely, signifying all these things, so it is with Rahu now. So your desire to go to Pluto is intense energy. It is a Scorpio sign which is connected to Pluto, and Scorpio is fixed water. So Pluto has that, is a planet of determination, fixed signs. Now it is fixed water, Scorpio, in which also is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto exalts in Leo. Leo is also fixed fire. So Pluto is very intense, deep energy. Okay, so now Rahu can magnify or heighten that. It's possible. So Pluto is connected to occult. Pluto is connected to even research, because Scorpio sign, it will be connected to overcoming obstacles, and then figuring out what you should do as a result of analysis, investigation, searching the truth. So yeah, so when you have Pluto Rahu, that means your life, it could be a roller coaster ride. So because Pluto already is the planet which is connected with transformation, changes, so Rahu will now magnify all of that. So always remember that you have Pluto Rahu conjunction, so change is the only constant in your life. So things will keep changing all the time. So, and that change is also important for your growth in life. That if you remember, when you have Pluto in conjunction with Rahu. Now so it is very good if you move towards any kind of Pluto Rahu. So such people, because they are so analytical, they can be very intuitive also. So it's very good if you move towards, if Pluto Rahu conjunction and somehow it has some connection with Saturn or 10th Lord, 10th house, then definitely, if this conjunction, if it is also aspecting, casting, say, the planets from there, they're casting, they're in trine to the 10th house or 10th lord or Saturn, then also it can show that your profession will undergo a lot of changes, transformation, okay, and as a result of that transformation eventually you will grow, you will see growth also, but you have to embrace changes and transformation, obstacles, and you have to overcome those obstacles in order to finally gain from your endeavors. So yeah, then all these things we can say. And Pluto is also connected to power dynamics, okay, because Pluto is connected to gets exalted in Leo, okay. So such people, they can be a little, if it is connected to your first house or trinal houses, first, fifth or ninth house, then such people can be a little dominating, especially if it is connected to the first, fifth or ninth house, or if it is connected to your moon or ascendant lord, then also, or even Jupiter or sun, then also we can say that such people, it will be their nature to, they may want to, they may have a desire to dominate others because of their knowledge, okay, or because of certain skills they have. They may have a tendency to dominate others because of the position that they are in. So if they are in a superior position, or if they are in a good position and a position of power and control, then they may have a tendency to dominate others from that position of authority. That is also possible if Pluto Rahu conjunction is there, and if this conjunction has something to do with your first house, fifth house and ninth house, then your nature, your personality also can be influenced a great deal by this conjunction, Pluto Rahu conjunction, okay. But otherwise, if you're moving towards all the significations of Scorpio, Pluto rules Scorpio, so if you're moving towards occult, research, technology, secretive investigation or investigation of the truth, then you will get good results, right? So Pluto Rahu, if this conjunction is there and it has some connection with your Saturn or 10th lord, then you can be a great investigator, researcher, occultist, healer also, and so on. But yes, you will have to overcome obstacles in life to rise. You will rise and you will emerge victorious from those obstacles. But obstacles may come. You will have to accept them, and you will have to face them, actually. Face them so that you are, able to emerge victorious eventually. And in the process of that transformation, you will rediscover yourself. You will re-establish your own identity. And from there you will see growth in life. So friends, that was my take on Rahu's conjunction with all other planets. I hope I have not missed out on any important planet. Alright, I have also included the outer planets. So if you want consultation, then definitely you can get in touch with me. Details are in the video description. And so friends, that was all about Rahu's conjunction with other planets. If you really want Rahu or Lord Rahu to bless you and give you good results, then you should always believe in being kind to you should be kind to animals, birds and all creatures. Then you will get very good results. This is the best remedy for Rahu. And you should believe in being charitable also to the poor and needy. Okay, then you will get good results. Especially be charitable to the physically handicapped or mentally challenged. So these are powerful remedies for Rahu. And yeah, that's all, friends. And so see you next time. Thank you.